Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of our Life Skills series. Now, if you have been watching this, then you know some stuff in the beginning from the intro, but basically, I'm going to say it again. This is kind of the stuff they don't teach you in school, right? And a lot of times we don't learn it even in churches or families, but oh my gosh, you can get MDs and PhDs and CPAs and MBAs and all more degrees than a thermometer about stuff in life, but a lot of times we don't get the information that we need about sometimes the things that matter most in life, the matters of the heart, mind, soul, and our strengths. And so that's what we're doing in this series. So having said that, this one is about the topic of in whom do you invest? In whom do you invest? Now, I'm going to venture to say something that's going to, sound extreme, but I'll just put it out there that this is, I think, apart from deciding what God we invest in. I think that this is pretty much kind of the most important thing that we'll ever think about. Because if you think about it, everything else in life, whether if you invest a lot of money in something, and it all goes away, then somehow you have the capacity to make that money so you can make it again. If you invested in building a business, or you invested in a career and you get injured and can't do that career, you can start over. I mean, there's just all external stuff. But people are a hugely different kind of investment, because what happens with people is that people actually are one of the sources of life for us. And the way God designed life, we draw life from Him, but we also draw life from the people in our lives. And even the way He's constructed our minds and our brains and our physiology and our neurology and our biology and all of that, we know that life really comes from people and is passed on to people. And so when you're talking about who you invest in, what you're really talking about is what goes into your heart, and what goes into your soul, and what goes into your mind, and what affects your strengths and your passion in life. And so I would venture to say this: it's kind of the most important thing past whom we trust in relation to God. So having said that, what I want to do is I kind of want to look at, and if you look at your outline there, the most important decision about any decision. That's kind of what I meant, that any decision. For example, let's say you got to make a decision about marriage. Are you going to get married or not? Well, let's say you decide to get married. You better think about whom you're going to marry. It's not just the decision, I think I'll go get married, open up the yellow pages, put on a blindfold, pin the tail on the donkey. No, you got to make a decision about that decision. What about business? Who are you going to go into business with? What kind of partners are you going to choose? What about investments? All the things we listed out there about all these other decisions, it's all about the people. It's all about the people. It is always all about the people. And people are going to invest in a person before they invest in their vision. And so that's kind of what this is about. So having said that, I want you to look at the letter A under point 1 there. It says, what you are attracted to versus what you experience. And so this basic life skill is, I want you to learn the difference between attraction, which basically is what draws us into something, okay? And a lot of times that attraction to something has to do with what it looks like on the outside. But the difference, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's nice to be attracted to things that look nice on the outside, and on the outside have all these, like even a person, their charm and their wit and their intelligence, and all of that stuff that kind of comes with this attractive package. But just like when you see a nice shiny car that's got all these features, and you look at all these features, well, you might be attracted to all those features. And as the Bible says, charm is deceitful. And all this stuff. And the reason it's deceitful is because we might like all the features of that bright, shiny car. But, as it says there, what you are going to experience is on the inside of that person. I'm going to say that again. What you will experience is on the inside. Because you don't really experience